this is building a better burn barrel. I watched this video, this dude, he went off. He built the over-engineered burn barrel. Well, here's my response to the over-engineered burn barrel, which I'll put his in here right here. Okay, so here's mine. That's just expanded steel and a stovepipe. Let's see how it works. Okay. The concept is that when you're burning, the stuff on the bottom gets kind of impacted and no air can get down into the bottom. So you just kind of, this is my second burn barrel. This is my third one. I got my first ones over there because those are a toxic thing. You have to dispose of them correctly and it costs a lot of money. So I haven't done it yet. But the concept here is that it's not going to fill up nearly as fast. It will fill up because there's some things that won't burn, like little pieces of foil and other things. So, boy, I already can tell just the way that fire is burning, that it's burning better. Like, there's not much smoke coming off that, which is ideal. That means that the combustibles are actually combusting. So, I mean, this is super simple. I just put some expanding steel down the bottom and a stovepipe. The hardest part about this whole build, and I should have filmed it, I didn't realize it was going to be so difficult, was those stovepipes come not in a pipe. They come in a sheet, and then you have to roll it and put it together. That was a pain, big time. So it seems like it's actually doing opposite of what I was thinking it was going to do. So the smoke's actually starting to come out the chimney a little bit, which I was thinking that it was just going to pull air down to the bottom that way. But apparently I was wrong. This is my quail family. I just can't help but to see what's going on. So I loaded this thing, like overloaded it with wet trash. So I can't burn all summer. So I stack up the trash, garbage cans, and it gets wet. So just kind of testing the capabilities of this thing. Like, can I just load it up and let it go, and by the time it's done, there's not going to be anything in there but just a little teeny bit of ash. That's the goal, because I don't want to have to sit out here and babysit this to get it to burn up. And it's working really well. Like right before I started, so the first batch, it was almost over, and the ash was just kind of circulating and kind of dissipating just perfectly. A little ash flying out is, perfect. All right, here's something fascinating. Seems as though when the conditions are just right, I think I'm getting like a secondary combustion in the stovepipe. And why I think that is because it makes like this rocket engine sound every once in a while. And let's see if I can catch it on camera. I tell you from experience, I know that the fire would be almost out by now, normally. Like when I just dump a bunch of wet trash in there and try to burn it, I'd get a pile in the bottom and that'd be it. So I'm very curious to see how much is left when this fire is done. We're getting a little extra smoke because it's the first time on the barrel, so the paint's all smoking off. But I'm not gonna lie, it has done some smoking, just depending on how much trash and the fire level and the wind and all this. Overall, I feel like the smoke level is probably a little less than it normally would have been. And part of that smoke's by steam though. Let's see how it did. Ugh, pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good, actually. There's hardly any ash. Nice. All right. I mean, it's not bad. There is ash that seems to be blowing away. So I'm going to call this a win, because from my experience before putting the same kind of levels of trash in there, that I would have had like a pile in there, which basically what it looks like is the screen is up like this. So it looks like a pile right there, but it's actually, there's just a thin layer of ash all over the thing, which ideally there would be no ash, but let's see by the time the wind. But if we get rain, that could be a problem. So I could, if I throw more trash in there though, then I might do that. Anyway, there's a quick way for you to buff your burn barrel. Like, subscribe, peace.